And number two, it will be impossible to keep both Teddy and Sam Bradford in 2018. And I will always love you. Now, Luke brought up a point, and Reef sort of backed him up on the Andy Luke Ray Football Machine. Go download that on iTunes on Wednesday. That Luke thinks that the Vikings could keep Teddy and Bradford both in 2018, and I was a bit taken aback by that, and Reef sort of backed him up numbers wise, but I think it's impossible. If Teddy's fifth-year option is going to be $12 million. If the Vikings franchise tag Bradford, it'd be north of $23.8 million, which is what the franchise tag for quarterbacks was in 2017. And if you extend Bradford long-term and give him a 4 or 5 year deal, what's the point of keeping a $12 million backup, even if you like him? And a lot of people have been on the, hey, let's franchise tag and trade Bradford, but that's not going to be easy to do. You always point back to the Matt Castle deal, which was the last time that you had two high-priced quarterbacks. You tagged one, and then you traded them. But that was because Scott Pioli was out in Kansas City. He had spent a lot of time in New England. Him and Belichick had a good relationship, and that deal was easy peasy lemon squeezy. And Washington, they tagged Cousins this year for a second year in a row, and almost traded him to San Francisco, but because they didn't have another high-priced quarterback. They weren't stuck if they didn't get the trade through. They were just going to roll with Cousins. And it would be insanely tough with two highly paid quarterbacks because the other teams know you have to get rid of one of them. And say that the cap is $170 million next year. Say it goes up $2 million from $168 this year. You're not going to spend $36 million on one position. That's just not going to happen. The Vikings aren't going to have enough cap space, especially if they pick up Anthony Barr's fifth-year option and extend Xavier Rhodes or franchise Xavier Rhodes. And if you franchise Xavier Rhodes, you can franchise Sam Bradford, But here's the timeline if you did tag and trade Bradford. You'd have to tag Bradford in mid-February. If he signs it, that becomes guaranteed. You can't cut it. Back when the Panthers pulled Josh Norman's franchise tag, he hadn't signed it yet. And if you pick up Teddy's fifth-year option, they'll have until the third day of the new league year to cut Teddy next offseason without any cap ramifications in 2018. So that basically gives you a 2-week window to trade Bradford. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with both. Or you'll have to panic cut Teddy if you're unable to get a good deal for Bradford. And if I'm a team that's in on Teddy, say the Dolphins, Jaguars, or whatever, if I know that, hey, if I just wait you out for another week or two, you're going to have to dump him anyways. I don't have to give you any compensation. I can sign him for whatever I want. That gives the other team all the leverage. And hell, the Vikings may not have the short-term cap space to allow that anyways, because Teddy would be on the books, Bradford would be on the books for at least the 2 weeks there. NFL wouldn't allow that. And say if by some happenstance it does happen, where both Teddy and Bradford are on the team in 2018, Teddy's healthy and ready to go, just like it could happen in parts of 2017, you have instant division in the locker room. Teddy has the most fans in the locker room. He's going to be the fan favorite there. And say that Sam starts because he's earned that starting job. Every incomplete pass Sam throws, especially every interception, it's going to be a side-eye look from the teammates and also a quick camera shot to Teddy on the sidelines in his baseball cap with the clipboard. That's no good. And if Teddy starts, you have a $24 million backup, which is also insanely stupid. So I like the idea of it. It'll be exceedingly hard to trade one of them if you squat on both of them. But yeah, I think the town's not going to be big enough for the both of them in 2018.